salutations, and welcome to the Unfiltered podcast by the Game Changers, a podcast where we talk about all things gaming with no stress, no issues, and most importantly, no fucks given. Today we have two very special guests, one being Pixie and the other being the infamous PikaBoo as well. Komodagard. Hi.
One, hi.
Hari.
We went to that tournament, city tournament, and came home from the next day onwards. I got corona and I was sick for like 2 weeks now.
Wait, did you say Corona?
Yeah.
I interviewed you. You should. Buddy, I went and took.
I like how she told us. I like how she told us 2 weeks after.
2 weeks after, and at the very beginning of the podcast.
What a way to start.
It's bloody beautiful. I'm pretty sure I'm okay. I feel okay. I feel splendid. It should be alright. Hopefully, mang kahinna gattot, hachisarinna gattot, mang kata karana. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. It happens to the best of us. Okay. අපි කලින් බොහොම ස්තුතියි ඔයාලා දෙන්න මහාවට, because this again, like I said, this is a new initiation. Game Changes is the baby that me and Akhil have been working on, and the fact that you guys took the time to come and be a part of this means the world to me. So thank you very much to both of you. Okay.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Hey. All right. So without further ado, before we kick into the entire thing, shall we take the time to kind of introduce ourselves now? Pixie, PikaBoo, all දෙන්නම ගැන කට්ටියට පොඩ්ඩක් දැනගන්න නිකන් general විස්තරයක් දෙන්න. අපි Pixie ගෙන් පටන් ගමු. Pixie, take the ball and run with it, will ya?
Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Pixie. I'm a Twitch streamer. I stream on Twitch, yeah. And currently, I play a lot of Genshin Impact, but I'm actually moving into variety. And yeah, I'm glad to be here.
And we're happy to have you. PikaBoo, agawari.
Hi guys. So in the gaming world, I'm Pikachu. Most of you might know me as PikaBoo as well. I stream as PikaBoo. So I mostly play Valorant, CS:GO. I play mostly FPS games. I guess I've been playing so many games and streaming so many FPS games. So do we have to give the large introduction, or I think
whatever that you're comfortable with, you can go right ahead, man.
I think in your previous video, I think I gave a better introduction. So not only streaming, mainly streaming, I started recently. So I've been gaming since 5 years old. So I've been competing a lot. I have played for 2 clans, so many teams, and I have more than 20 achievements in so many games. And yeah, currently I'm having a break from most of the streaming stuff and competitive playing. But I guess I'll be back soon.
Thank you for taking your valuable break time to come join this. I really appreciate it. Oh my god, I didn't know that I was we were intruded during break time. But again, really very appreciative, man. Alright, we will go right ahead and push the very first topic upon both of you. I hope you guys are ready. Okay, are you ready?
But let's just hear it.
Alright. හරි. අපේ පළවෙනිම ටොපික් එක තමයි. හරිනේ. මේක පොඩ personalize. මේක අතම ටොපික් එකක් නෙමෙයි. මේක නිකන් question එකක් කියමු. Alright. We'll call it a question. Call it a setup more like, right? Pixie. අපිට දැනගන්න පුළුවන්ද your start towards your gaming and streaming lifestyle? We kind of know PikaBoo's story, but Pixie, what about you? What's the origin? What's your origin story? How did you come to be? Hopefully nobody got shot in the process, but but what's your origin story?
Unfortunately, it's not as cool as that, I wish it was. But so basically, it's
a story about a girl who was pretty much, tied up with so much work. I'm a big workaholic. So if you ask anyone who knows me, they'll just know, oh, she's busy. She's like all the time busy. Like I, in fact, worked myself so much I got sick. But so I needed time. Like I needed time. I needed to figure out a way to because I've always liked the idea of streaming, YouTube videos and all that. So this was like, how can I say it? I thought it's like two birds with one stone sort of thing. I do what I like, but at the same time, I get to enjoy myself, but at the same time, I'm doing something that I want to do, right? So it's like my break, and at the same time, I'm doing something that I really wanted to try out. So that is like my origin story. Quite boring, but yeah.
Oh yeah, and if you don't mind me, I took the liberty of checking out your content before this.
Oh God. Oh God.
You draw, don't you?
I do. I do. I started drawing emotes and stuff too. So I'm trying to get into that right now.
Like commissions and all that shit, right?
Yeah, eventually I'm hoping to get into commissions. Yeah.
Alright. Pika, අපි කලින් කතා කරා වෙන්න පුළුවන්, but as a gentle, beautiful reminder, can you, for the third time, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I wish I could just, rip the decibel video and put it here. I wish that's possible. But could you, for the third time, tell us your origin story? Let's go right ahead.
So gaming, I started, as I said, I started when I was small, like 5 years old. I had my brother, so my father was the one that got me into gaming. Like, it's rare to hear, Hati tamai PC එකක් ගෙනත් දුන්නේ අයියරේ මටයි. අයියර එකක් ගෙනත් දුන්නම මටත් ඕනෙනවා මටත් ගෙනත්. අපි got PCs. He bought game series for us. He took us to CD shops to buy games and all. Like from my small time, what I did was playing games. Like අනිත් ඒවල් කරන ටයිම් එකේ නෙමෙයි ෆ්‍රී ටයිම් හම්බෙච්ච ගමන් ගේම්ස් ගන්න එක තමයි කරේ. පොඩි කාලේ ඉඳන් ගහුවා. ඊට පස්සේ අවුරුදු 2001 වගේ ඉඳන් ගහුවා. ඊට පස්සේ මල්ටිප්ලේයර් ගේම්ස් පටන් ගත්තා. ප්ලේ කරාද 2011 වල වගේ ඉඳන්. But I wasn't famous. I was scared those days, I wasn't talking in game and all because I was a girl. I didn't see any role models in Sri Lanka or any friends that play games. I was the only girl I knew that play game. Right. So I was small. I was scared. I didn't talk in game. Like I put real names as my gaming name when I played because I was scared to come to the world. And then in about 2018, somehow Phoenix Gaming got to know about me and they got me into their clan, and I played there for several years. So many games I played competitively, so many tournaments I played. After that, and people wanted me to see on stream because as a female gamer, you don't find many competitive players. Even though you play random normal games, we don't find many competitive players. So everybody wanted me to stream since 2018, but I didn't have any devices and all enough to stream. So it took me a while because didn't get much of a support for that. I had to work on my own and build my own setup, and then I last year I started streaming for some time. So yeah, I had so many experiences in gaming and streaming. Gaming wise, I have achieved a lot. Not as a female gamer, but as a gamer wise, I have achieved a lot. So I'm having a break now from competitive playing. I'm not playing for teams, but if someone invites, I just play the tournament and come. No, I'm not coming for practices. I have a break, and if I find some time, I'll just play a bit of tournament and all. That's it about me.
Alright, Pika, I hope you know this. I was born in 2000, right? So you practically started gaming 1 year after I was born.
Oh wow!
Do you know what that means?
Oh,
I
might be playing before that. PC games
You.
started in 2001.
When
I've
I
been playing just no games.
You've been playing just as long as he's been alive.
hey, I
Oh my god.
so while I was in my
Sorry.
mother's womb, you were playing.
Mistake mentioning the year, I guess.
And I'm struggling to come out. You're playing GTA. Good lord. Okay. That was no. The fact that you mentioned the year was beautiful. Thank you for making me realize exactly how young I am compared to general masses.
Yeah.
Good lord. Anyways, it's nice that we've covered, touched bases, covered your general identities, your general game identities, your gamer selves, I might put as. Now, let me push us towards, if I may, the second point. This, which might be a bit, what's the word? Controversial, but it's something that I truly believe that could use the perspective of the people that are involved in said controversy, because we hear this criticism all the fucking time, and if people take the time to actually look into the stats, it's not exactly as easy as they say it is, but the point is to get the word out of the horse's mouth themselves, if you know what I'm saying. So, idea gatamai, what I want to know is, there is a overgoing opinion that female streamers have it easier overall compared to male streamers. I did my own research regarding this. I'm more than happy to reveal it early on, but before I do, I'd like to hear the opinion of the two of you regarding this, right? We'll start it off with Pika. Hari better point kara kamera. Pika.
So in a way we can say yes, and also in a way we can say no. So if you generally see in male-dominated areas, like females usually get attention, like in male-dominated fields. I mean, gaming or maybe engineering, because I'm an engineer as well. I know that as well, because when you don't find so many female people around them, you get attention. That is just a basic thing. But in the gaming scene, it's mostly because of the community, I think. I can come up with several examples. I will be mentioning the names. So even in Sri Lanka, we have streamers that aren't skilled in games, but they do other stuff like dancing and all. And they get all the viewers that the skilled people don't get. They get all the stars, they get all the followers, but the skilled people said they don't get. So even female streamers, in Sri Lanka, there are female streamers that are very skilled in high level skill that play tournaments in international tournaments. They stream, but they don't get viewers. In a way, being a female streamer doesn't help you. In a way, it does. The thing is, the females understand what the community needs. The community needs. Sometimes the community does not want kill. They want something else. So, as a female streamer, as a gamer, I competitively play games, and I always try to show my skills in the stream, always. But the support that we get is lower, because that is there is something that the community expects from the female streamers, So if you do those stuff, it gets very easier for the female streamers. So if you are trying to go the right way, maybe it's not sometimes. So 50% yes, 50% no.
I don't know.
Otherwise I wouldn't see the skilled female streamers with lesser viewers than 1K even. Why? So yeah, I would say it's the fault of the community, maybe.
Alright.
That's what they want.
No. That's a valid opinion to have. Now, Pixii, we would jump to you. What's your perspective on this whole charade?
I mean, I'm agreeing with Pika. That is not exactly true, but there is some truth to it as well. Because I'm a small streamer. I'm not gonna say I'm a big streamer here. I'm a small streamer. I'm still growing. But there are people who started with me, right? They are male streamers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have grown much faster than they have, and that's like the most valid example that I have. So what I figure is like the idea, like what Pika said, you'd find, I guess, if you check the stats, majority of the time you will see males on Twitch, like male people. It's very rarely that there are girls watching games, right? Like if you check the statistics, I bet there's more male viewers. So the male viewers, like the first click, they would go for a female, right? But so like as soon as you start, like at the start, yes, you'd probably get like a higher, like the females would have a good start, but then like growing further, it's much harder. It's like the same both male and female then at just one point, because it's all about content, right? So it's all about content, and we are catering to a certain set of people, and the people who are coming to watch you should be like for that content. What the content you're going to give. So just like Pika said, if you want to like go in a way you want to go to, there are some people who would not like that, even though you're a female streamer. They'd expect you to do other things. So yeah, basically. So at one point, males, there's this thing saying that males in the long run have higher viewership than females. But I believe it's like if it's just the hard work you put into it, both, like irrespective of whether you're a male or female, at one point it's just as hard and just as you have to grind to get viewers. That is basically it. Yeah.
All right. Actually, honest to God, those are two perfectly fine opinions. And funny enough, I told you I did my own research on this, right? Pixii කියපු පැත්තට තමයි what the research actually showed, right? There's a slight, statistically, apparently there's a starting advantage, a very minimal starting advantage if you start off as a female streamer because of the male-dominated state of the streaming world. But from that point onwards, it's purely content-based and the amount of hours that you put on it. Like exactly as you put it. So taking that into consideration, do you think this narrative deserves to exist, or do you think it exists purely out of denial? It's honestly fine. This is more directed anyways.
You mean like the fact that female viewers have it easier?
Yeah.
Is that what you think?
Yeah. Is that narrative just placed out of denial, or would you say that it's an actual concern people should actually try to address?
I mean, I don't see it like it's actually a fact that people, like girls, would start out with higher viewership. That I don't think anyone has to lie about it. I guess Pika could agree, right? Like if you start out, the fact that you're like a girl who's streaming is like oh my gosh, the girl's streaming, she's cute, or something along those lines, right? But then like it's just the initial part. At the end of the day, you still have to put in a lot of hard work, male or female, irrespective, right? It's just the beginning. So I wouldn't say that's not. I mean, that sentence "girl streamers have it easy" is incorrect. Maybe we have it like it's incorrect. I believe that's incorrect. We may start off easy, but then we got to keep it up, right? We still have to put the same amount of dedication. So yeah, that's my view on that.
Yeah, I think Amaranth said it best, right? She had to come up with like a grueling schedule. I know a lot of people have this weird view on Amaranth because of the style of content that she makes, but she said out of like the years of her like streaming, there's like two sides of the story. There are personality-based streamers, and then there are skill-based gamer streamers, like Pika said a while back. There are like different things that people expect, and based on the streamer, they cater to a different category, right? On all of those categories, if there is no fucking consistency, there is a massive fall off, because there's always somebody else to go to, because there is a growing competitive field out of it, even within female streamers. So what you said, I would say is correct, Pixii, because there's no one star to attach to. There's a bunch of stars. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, that actually is well put. Regardless, do you think we have anything else to touch up in terms of this particular question, or shall we say bye-bye and move on to the next? Pika? Pika?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. Do, do, do you have anything else to add to this particular thing, or shall we move to the next point?
Yeah, let's move.
Let's
Yeah.
move. Let's move. Right?
Well,
you,
I
you,
think it didn't pick up.
yeah, you zoned out for a
Yeah.
complete minute. Ah, happens. Trust me, I've had millions of days like that. The third question, මේ තුන්වෙනි ප්‍රශ්න පොඩ්ඩක් advice පැත්තට යන්න, right? Because trust me, even within my own friend group, there are a bunch of like people who play games with us, like girls that play games with us that want to try streaming. I'm pretty sure 2 of them want to stream because they've seen Pika stream. I kid you not. I'm not even joking. Right? Right? There are plenty of people that I know that want to start streaming, but අර Reddit වලට එහෙම ගියාම horror stories share කරන කට්ටිය ඉන්නවනේ. A lot of them are a bit concerned, and rightfully so, right? So I'm going to take this opportunity to kind of build a sort of advisory session. මොකද ඔයාලා දෙන්නම පොඩ්ඩක් හොඳට මෝරලා පෑදලා, you've been doing streaming for a while, you guys know how this shit works, right? So I'm going to take the time to ask you all, how do you two deal with the negative attention that comes with such a public thing like video game streaming? Now I want to start this off with Pixii, because you are a rather enigmatic figure, the most enigmatic out of all of us. So Pixii, how do you do it?
Okay, so I'll be honest and say, like, negative as in I've seen people have worse. I have not gone through like bad, but yes, time to time you get one comment that like puts you off completely. Like they're like, "Oh my gosh, your stream is so boring," or something like that. Or, you know what? You suck. It's like, you get those occasional stuff. So usually I'm like, I just wave it off if it's just because they just come into stream and they'll just leave immediately. You know what? It's like that. So I'll be like, oh, okay, you can move on now. I'll just wave it off completely. That is usually what I do. And the little community that I have, they're also like, they got my back, like no matter what. It's like if one person does say that, they're like, okay, you can leave. Everyone just gangs up on them. It's like they got my back too. So, and I have my mods, they help me out also.
Okay.
And so the idea is like, don't take it too much to heart. I'll admit that there were some comments that did get to me. Like at one point, like, when they say your stream is boring, but then I remember that there are people there that actually do come. Like I have a few viewers who like are there every single stream, right? Every single stream they're coming to see me, and like I'm not gonna like satisfy everyone. I guess we all know that, not just in gaming, in like everything we do.
In life.
It's life. We are not gonna satisfy like everybody. We are not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. And some people just have the, I don't know, itch up their butt to like, say a negative comment and leave. They just want to do that. So the idea is like to try. I'm not saying that I don't take it to heart. Sometimes I do, and it does affect me for like a good 5 minutes. But then I'm like, you know what? No, we're just moving on. I'm here with people who actually love me. I'm here this far because people actually come and watch me. And yeah, we just happy thoughts, move on. And I have people who support me to deal with that as well. So yeah. So far that is that.
That's actually quite sweet. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, Pixii, I have a follow-up, okay?
Okay.
So you probably keep in touch with the whole YouTuber world, right? Because it's kind of maybe not. Regardless, I'll give you a bit of background because this question has some background information that is integral to the question itself. So recently, because of the growing popularity of VTuber streamers, world identity so they do VTube avatars. So in your something like you, where they do JPEG avatars, in a very interactive way. That's how they create a connection with the viewers and grow a community. Virtual avatar. There were, for example, the most famous instance of this happening was when Nuxtaku, a popular YouTuber, uncovered a bunch of people that tried their best to dox a bunch of HoloLive streamers, like all of their real life information, their pictures, and all of that. Even though they clearly want to stay anonymous, they clearly want to keep their names and faces off the internet. There are a bunch of people that worked hard to the point of getting close to them personally to figure out their information and put it out in the public. With that kind of thing now being commonplace, how do you feel about this? Is it scary? Is it like, how do you deal with the thought of scum like that existing?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, that is kind of scary. But then, like, every streamer like tries, irrespective of being a PNG tuber, VTuber, or even a IRL streamer, you will just like, you would like to keep your location like private, right? And doxing is generally bad. And I'm not gonna lie, but being in Sri Lanka, it's a very small place, and streaming community is kind of small. The chances of you being like known is like, it's that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the chances of everybody knowing who I am is like pretty high. It's just a matter of, I don't know, searching, and you can make mistakes and you could be found out.
It's
but like,
a small world after all.
especially Sri Lanka. I'm not gonna lie. It's like so. But I try to do is, like, if anyone does, usually what I have experienced is people just getting into my private DMs and be like, I know who you are, and I'll be like, okay, cool, then keep your mouth shut. Thanks. I'd appreciate it if you just keep your mouth shut. And I'm like, it's cool, okay, fine, you know who I am, just keep your mouth shut, please. I prefer to be anonymous. Luckily, they have I mean, some of them might believe I empty threats, because there's no way you can just figure it out. But yeah, it is scary. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, that, I think, is probably everybody's fear, to just be doxxed and have all your private, like, you don't want to show, like, when you're a YouTuber, you don't want to really expose yourself like so early on, maybe. But yeah, you just gotta, like, I gotta be careful, and at the same time, we just gotta be careful of whoever wants to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. On that news, in case you do follow Schrodingerly on TikTok, he did the face reveal recently.
It's running.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Okay. Pika. Pika. We want to know, how do you deal with negative attention? You've been streaming for a while now. But let's be real, you've been streaming for quite a while now compared to most of us. So, Miss PikaBoo, how do you deal with negative attention?
I haven't had big threats like you've been saying that's been happening in the internet and all. But I haven't been anonymous. I've revealed myself, who I am, and like, I have been engaging a lot with my viewers and all. I have been friends to them. They talk to me. Yeah, but I haven't had threats. But I've got weird messages and all. Like, if I decide like to be here or anything, I would just block them or anything. I would just stay away, try to stay away. So I can give some examples for negative attention. So as Pixii said on the stream, because just a female gamer, maybe they just come and say bad words for no reason. From fake accounts, maybe they just say bad words and bad stuff.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, so what I do is, like, I don't care about those kind of comments and all that comes out of nowhere. Just no idea why they do that, but somehow. So what I do is I ignore mostly that kind of stuff. There are other negative stuff that happens, like you get so much toxicity sometimes, just because you're a female streamer or gamer, maybe I can give you some examples except for the streaming wise. So from my university even I have been representing my university for so many years. So I can say easily say that I have brought the most achievements to the university, even being a female gamer and all. But for no reason, sometimes I get so much toxicity from the university gamers as well. I sometimes it sometimes hurt you because you can't not give a shit to everything, you know. What
Yeah.
happens to up to a level you can not give a shit, but after that, when it comes personally, it keeps on coming to you personally, you get hurt. You know, sometimes you have to forgive people.
Yeah, that's just.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is hurting
That's
because
just.
when you yeah.
That's just small dick energy. That kind of shit, like.
Yeah.
Fuck
I mean,
that.
yeah.
Because when you only do good things and when bad shit comes to you, it is hurting sometimes. Because like I am like a really kind person to everybody. I would talk to anybody, not like the normal streamers, I guess. I talk to everybody. I play with everybody during the stream. Even if someone says, I want to play with you, I will get that person at the same time and I will play with them. Like every time that I would do, like I am a very kind person to everybody. So when sometimes it is very hurting. So one thing is you just ignore, or the next thing is you forgive them. You know, you can't do anything about it. If you get mad and all, it's just going to make it worse. If you get
Yeah,
mad
that's
and
true.
you shout at that person and all, it's going to get worse. Also, another thing, because yeah, on in gaming side, in competitive side, when you're playing, you know, when we play rank and all in Valorant and all, in the beginning, I don't talk. In the beginning, in the agency, like if a girl talks, the
Yeah, I
lobby
get
will be, oh my
that.
god, there's a girl. I'm gonna dodge. I'm gonna dodge. Like that.
I get that. I get that.
Yeah, I am so scared of playing solo because I want to communicate with the team. I want to win the game. I want to give my comms to them, but I can't because I'm a girl. If I start to talk in the beginning, they'll be like, oh my god, there's a girl. We're gonna lose anyway.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh my, I have the
Yeah.
same thing. Like joining solo is like one of my biggest fear. It's like so scary.
People dodge games because you.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, videos even insta dodge the game because there's a girl in the team. You can't talk in the beginning. What I do is usually I don't talk in the beginning, but after several rounds I frag. I get my kills and then I talk. Then I can talk because they know now I can do something, you know. Otherwise, in the beginning they would look down on me. They would say some bad stuff to me. Maybe sometimes it has happened to me. For no reason it comes to us. So when if it mentally breaks me down, I wouldn't be able to frag or do anything in the whole game, and I would have to hear everything bad things coming at me. So in that wise, that also you just have to learn how to do it.
I mean, for us, it's like a survival game that way. Like, we gotta be like very careful when we join a game, and then you gotta like, okay, you gotta be quiet, and then
FPS/survival. I gotcha. Valorant is FPS/survival. For y'all.
So mostly when I queue on duo, so I tell that person, tell them there is someone coming from here. Because in the beginning I don't talk. It's kind of hard in a way. Sometimes I want to put the male voice changer and tell them.
See, this is how we survive. This is how women survive in gaming solos.
Male voice changer sounds like such a good idea. I'm not joking. Holy fucking shit.
Wait, are you saying our voices are not good?
Oh, no. You know, like a toddler drinking milk, you're shoving shit into my mouth. Voices are lovely. I'm not going to say jack shit about that, okay? Pika, now you have been, unlike Pixii, you have been a overly public personality of sorts, right? People know who you are, yada yada yada. So I'm gonna just make a general assumption and assume that that means you get easily recognized in the public as well.
Yeah.
Now I know you're generally very welcoming and kind to everybody, but it does it ever get scary? Has things gone haywire before in terms of public encounters? Because I've heard horror stories. I just want to know if we can hear something again from the horse's mouth here itself.
Yeah, even I've heard scary stories, but up to now, nothing has happened. I think I'm lucky. Yeah, up to now, nothing has happened. Even though they recognize, they would talk to me because normally they don't come and talk because I don't know, maybe they're shy to talk to you. Maybe I don't know, but they make sure to send me a message. I saw you here. I saw you there.
Ah,
But I would be like, oh, you should have come and talk to me. But
let me
nothing happened. But yeah.
let me attest to Pika's like resilience. Okay, Pixie. So I'm okay. The thing is, I'm a 22-year-old guy, but I look like a 34-year-old man, like assuming man. I'll be honest, right? I look old as shit. So here I am. I'm doing my disable interviews in Arena Cup, and I am like I see that my Yasmin tells me, "Hey, there's Pika. Can you approach her for an interview?" And I'm like, "Oh, sure." And this is me right after a smoke, so I'm like buzzed out of my mind. I literally speed walk towards the tent where Pika and her teammates are like there, and like her like other teammates are looking at me like, "Why is like a bulldozer like crawling?" Right? And like they're all fucking like ready to like jump, like see what the fuck's going on, what's going on. Pika just turns and goes, "Ah, hey, yeah, Kian. Oh, okay, bangin na." Fucking resilience. You're probably the only person in existence that wasn't startled when I approached them.
I mean, I would have been. I would have like been so scared. Why is he walking towards me? I'm probably walking the other way. I'm gonna lie.
Okay. I actually just I sometimes just walk to people and just go hey, and sometimes I wonder if it's psychopathic behavior. Like I have no like hey, this person probably doesn't know me. Maybe I should be slow. No, I just walk up to them and say hi. And it's freaked the fuck out of people. But Pika was the only person that has handled that properly. So kudos. I have to give that to you, huh? Yeah.
I think that's because of my environment. Maybe I have been from my Montessori, my nursery. I've been to mixed schools and mixed nursery and all, and I've been in the male-dominated scene for a long time. Even I did maths. There you find less amount of girls, and I went to the best engineering faculty in the country, and yeah, you don't find many girls. So I've been working a lot and being around with boys and so many type of people, I'd say. So social wise, I think that's the environment I grew up. So
well, lucky you. The only mixed environment I've been in is my Montessori, and I think the reason my parents sent me to a guys only school is because I got my nose scratched by a girl at Montessori. So probably kind of figured out. Okay, maybe this guy should just hang with this posse. anyways, do you think we've approached all that we can approach in terms of negative attention and how people can deal with it? Because again, I really want this to be educational. So if you guys have anything else that you'd like to share, that would be great. Yeah, but
also there's one thing I could mention. So whatever happens, I have so many people that supports me that are friends with me that I got to know them from the streams and all. I are very supportive and they've been helping me through a lot. Even if someone says something bad about me for no reason, they would always stop them. They would be there for me. So they have been my strength. So for negativity or toxicity or whatever, they give me strength to do what I do. So don't think also one more advice is don't think about the bad stuff. Bad stuff happens a little, but you have a huge people with you, huge people that support you. Think about them. When something hurtful happens, I think no, I have so many other people that want me to stream, that want me to game, that want me to move forward. So I would do for them. I wouldn't care for these people I think so. I just want to thank everybody that have been supporting. You know, you have been a huge strength to me to because I have gone through small, but I am an emotional person. I get hurt, and I get hurt, so they have been mentioned.
I
Very thankful.
I humbly bow to both Pika and Pixii's communities, because from the stories you guys have been telling me, your communities have been essentially your cornerstone, your strengths, which is lovely to hear because you don't get to hear that often. Pretty sure XQC can't go, hey, my community backs me up, because he gets fucking trolled 24/7, right, on chat. So yeah, so thank God. Thank God, honestly. I actually have to ask because I feel like this will be integral. Okay, make about a especially for streamers that are starting off. Modsla, adminsla in your chat. Do you guys think that's an integral step to keep the peace in chat, especially for those streamers that are starting out? Pika
Streams.
Yeah. In my streams, I have several because the thing is, like, they come and say bad words and stuff. Even though I don't care, I do my stream. Like, I add my most close people as my mods and all. What they say is not good for you at all. So when I'm playing competitive and stuff, I can't go and delete. I struggle. I can't do. I have to check the comments and all. Like, it's not easy when you stream. Just like playing the game, you have to play the game. And as a streamer, I don't like to ignore any comment. I read all my comments. I just don't like to ignore anybody. So like, it's so much work for me. So having the mods, I think it's important because it really helps when.
It helps you keep a clean headspace as well, right? In a competitive
Yeah. I mean, I agree too. Like, if I have my mods are also like, I'm a small streamer. I got mods there. They actually help. They help a lot with the stream. Even when like they help with the chat. Like they help you keep going, right? That's also there. So having like, just like Pika said, when you're playing, sometimes you just miss attention to the chat, and then you don't even know that something bad has gone down there, right? You don't even know something's going on. So like, when you have someone active in chat to like keep the peace and make sure that nothing bad was said, it's actually really helpful, because you having to like stop what you're doing, and then you have to like go to it, and then you gotta like delete the message and all. You have to find it if you like lost it and all of that. You have to like catch up on chat and all of that. It's very hard. So having one or a few people, depending on your size, there as your mod is actually very helpful.
Alright. I just wanted to cover that base because I felt like it was important. Thank you very much for your expertise on this, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna export this particular part of the footage and send them to my friends early on down the line before this episode comes out. Let's just make it happen. Let's go. Okay. I'm gonna take the time to move on to the next point, but this time there's a little bit of homework involved. I'm gonna stop the recording for a while, and I'm gonna send you guys a link. Okay. What I want you guys to do is take 10 minutes or so. Let me actually check how long the fucking video is. I hope to God it's not like massive.
I think it's
this video.
It's 11 minutes. You guys think you can watch 11-minute video for a bit? I kind of like.
I watched it earlier.
I think I watched it too. Yeah.
Oh, you guys got the link.
Yeah, we did.
Yes. I do not have to wait. Thank God. Okay. Disregard that. Sina, you're going to be editing this video anyway. You're just going to keep this rolling. Anyways, so what I wanted to cover is essentially, like Pika said, we have like, we've been growing the female division of esports players in Sri Lanka for a while. Now we have women's esports championship being a regular thing every year, done by Game.lk, and we have not just female oriented, but like normal tournaments being played by female like esports players like as well. For example, Pika here being a part of a Valorant team as well, that is non-gender oriented, which is fucking huge. So good job. So all in all considered, there's potential for female esports players to essentially integrate themselves in the current esports structure in Sri Lanka, right? Like people are generally just good at what they do, right? So, before we tackle the subjects of the video and whatnot, I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think we are in a position where talented female, like, players that want to enter the esports scene can put their faith on a team that's probably going to be male dominated and in a scene that is definitely male dominated and, still shine and still, be themselves? Do you think we can put that much faith in the current system that we have? Let's start off with Pika because you have first-hand experience on this. So, Pika, take it away.
So I would take Valorant as an example because I've been in the Valorant scene these days and all. So when we consider the female gamers, we have high skilled players, we have immortal players. So immortal is actually one of the highest ranks in the game if you are not a Valorant person. So they have girls that are in immortal, in diamond, in platinum, in the higher ranks, but we don't see them in the teams, For boys, we see teams starting from silver, gold. We see so many teams, but why don't we see the female gamers? Like, higher skilled people are there. The thing is, I think female gamers trap themselves called female gamers. They just need to remove the female tag. I am a gamer, not a female gamer. I'm not a gamer girl. I am a gamer. You need to have that. I'm a gamer. I don't have to compete only with females. I can compete with males as well. So if you've been competitively playing and ranking up to immortal, you've been destroying the males as well. So why not come out to a tournament to compete with the males? Why do you need to make a complete female team? No, there's no need for that. But they trap themselves. If you look down on yourself, other people will definitely look down on yourself. So first, the thing is, even if you can get into a small goal team or whatever and show your skills, because I have been playing in many male teams in many tournaments. I was the only girl, but there isn't any difference. That's the main thing you need to understand. There isn't any difference. If there isn't a gamer boy tag, why does a gamer girl tag exist? You are just a gamer. It's simple. You just get into a male's normal team. You can't say it's a male team or whatever. You can get to a normal team and just compete with the males. So the female gamers have to put it into your head. There are skilled gamers. We see so many skilled gamers. I mean, not many. They are not as much as the men, but there are, but they don't come forward. So I want to tell them to remove the gamer girls.
I actually have a follow-up question to that. So yeah, you just mentioned a valid point that I really wanted to talk about today. So I'm gonna have a follow-up question regarding that. Okay, so by creating, like, we have women's cyber games, Sri Lanka, right? We have that. By creating enclosed space like that just for women, and do you think that can be a discouragement for the existing talented female players to not compete in the normal standard setting everybody else is playing it? Because from what I've seen, there are so many people that take part in the Women's Cyber Games Championship, but you don't see their presence at all in the normal tournament matchups. So do you think women's cyber games and things that are very gender oriented, them doing this weird thing, I don't know what it's about, is a sort of a discouragement? Pika.
I think they should exit. Because the main reason is in Valorant also we have tournaments to gold from below gold, below plat, because that is to encourage the lower level people to come up to give them some tournament experience. Because we have new players now, so for females we mainly have new players. So just like those tournaments, we need to have female tournaments to encourage new gamers to for them to compete with lower level gamers, I'd say. But you can participate in that, but you need to remember that is not where you should limit yourself. It should exist, but there is another level after that. You don't have to rest after women's games. You can go next level, but the I think it's the mindset. Their mindset is what discourages them.
Can I add
They just
to that?
limit them.
Oh, Pixie,
Yeah.
go right ahead, man.
Yeah, so sorry if I bothered you.
No.
Anyways, I believe that women's cyber games, that that whole thing, it's not a discouragement, it's more of an encouragement. Like Pika said, it's about mindset. I guess some won't go through this, but there's always that thing, gaming isn't for girls. I'm just saying that is like a common mindset that I have experienced, that like, what would other people think,
Yeah.
that kind of mindset, right? You're a girl, you're not supposed to be doing these things. There are like things that girls should do, though that topic, and gaming isn't one of them. You should be doing something better. So I believe that maybe having something like women's cyber games is like encouraging, okay, this is not just for the boys, right? This is for the girls as well. So girls participating in that is like encouragement. Okay, there are girls actually playing. This isn't just a boy thing. There is something, a girl can play games. It's not something different. That's what I believe, yeah.
Okay, so in your mind, women's cyber games can be used as an entry point / stepping stone, for general female gamers to, enter the normal tournament structure. But
yeah,
according to Pika, some people use women's cyber games as a mindset blocker to only be stuck in that category and not move towards like normal tournaments.
I'd say it's their mindset. Maybe it's not something wrong with the tournaments. No, I'm not saying no. It should be there. It's an encouragement, but some people put it to their mind that they should limit themselves.
So you should not stop yourself and try to get into normal teams and compete regardless of gender, right? So with all of that in consideration, we're going to be covering an incident that again, I'm pretty sure you guys already mentioned that you guys watched this video. This is just one instance of a corporate sector attempting to manufacture female presence. නිකන් අර ගෑනුගේ පැත්තෙන් වීඩියෝ ගේම්ස් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ඉන්න කියලා බොරුවට manufacture කරලා බොරු කට්ටිය දාන්න හදද්දි there's been a catastrophic incident. And we saw that in the video that we all watched, right? Where they got a bunch of people that aren't up to tournament standard. They made them go and play League of Legends in the pro tournament setting. They've lost around 30 games, didn't win a single one. And that ended up being essentially the black sheep team in the League of Legends pro history, right? So with all of that taken into consideration, do you think these kind of incidents are the fault of the lack of presence that are within the community right now, lack of female gamer presence within the pro community right now? Or is it because it's corporate mishandlement, them not picking the right people, yada yada yada? This is a very wide net that I'm trying to cast, okay? But I'm trying to essentially get the point out here is this because of the lack of people coming forward to take part in these tournament settings so people can actually put together a team with them? Or is it because this is corporate, he's going, let's find the cutest models, let them play League of Legends for 10 minutes and put a team together and call huzzah and drink kombucha for the rest of the night? Did that make sense? Did that make sense, Pixie?
Yeah, it did. Don't worry.
Pixie, let's go with you.
Okay, so what I gathered from the video, it's the company wanted popularity.
Mm-hmm.
Can But I can hear myself. Sorry.
Oh, no, probably me. Holy shit. Let me mute myself for a moment. There you go.
Okay, I get to continue. Okay. So, yeah. Wait, what was I going to say? Okay, so it was about the company trying to get popularity back. So it could have been something like where the company thought, you know what, it would be cool to have some cute girls there, or something that would attract attention, for girl gamer group, irrespective of their talent. It could be that. It could it could also may have been that nobody stepped up, but I actually can't tell. I mean, it could be nobody stepped up, but it could also be that it was just their own, marketing plan sort of thing. Like they thought, you know what, they'll get famous this way, like negative. What do you call it? Negative marketing? Is that the word? Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that's what, maybe that was the plan from the start. It could have been that.
Yeah, sorry, I keep muting and unmuting myself because I did not want to interrupt. But yeah, it could be a case of negative marketing. That's actually a clever fucking conclusion, honestly. It didn't matter if they crashed and burned. එයාට attention එක ආවට පස්සේ එයාට ඕන team එකක් දැම්මලා they can go ahead with it. That's actually a nice take on the whole thing. Pika, let's hear your thoughts.
Yeah, even I think that should be something negative marketing or something, because at the end of the video we see some teams with female athletes competing just alongside with the male players as well. So we can't say there aren't
people.
So, yeah, the problem is they have taken up some maybe unskilled players just because they want to negative marketing. They wanted to promote it without getting the right people there. So I think
negative marketing is like the best thing.
Yeah.
It's the best thing.
It's the best thing we can think of. I mean, we could also say that it could also be ignorance, maybe. Yeah. That there are actual people who it could also be ignorance. That's also a possibility. You're ignoring the fact that there are actual good gamers out there. Instead, you're choosing negative marketing to be the answer to the story. Yeah.
There's a very interesting conclusion to that video, by the way. So you probably heard how one match dragged out for so long in the video, right? How one match dragged out for so long that Riot Games ended up penalizing the opposing team, saying they were unprofessional, this is unsportsmanlike, you guys are just playing with your opponents, you guys are dragging the game out because you guys are having fun, bullying them and all that, right? And then because that happened, the very next team that faced the female team, ended up fucking running a train through the team, like ending the game in 13 minutes and winning a Guinness World Record for it, right?
Yeah.
So shit show. The point of covering this incident is to make sure that it never fucking happens again, and it never happens in Sri Lanka in general, unless they actually take people who compete and actually have the proper mindset, the proper talent to put together a team like that. If they bring fucking actresses and people that have never touched a keyboard and mouse in their lives to play a tournament, I would be terrified, because that would be like walking backwards. It's like walking back on every single bit of like build up that esports have been doing throughout these years now. So this is just what I wanted to kind of touch base on and cover. With that horrible memory, let's get to know the two of you a bit better, shall we? All right. So this is the fun part. This is the fun part that I usually look forward to. අපි ඊළඟට අහන ප්‍රශ්න දෙක වෙන්නේ the prepared questions. Now, if the team did their job right, ඔයාලා දෙන්නට you guys should have received 2 prepared questions. Those 2 prepared questions are questions that you will have the time to think about and give an answer to. Did you guys receive the questions early or no? Are you guys going to be winging it? What's the deal here? Pixie?
Okay, so I got the questions, but I was so busy, so I'm just gonna wing it.
Pika, what about you? Did you get the questions early on? The prepared questions?
No, I didn't get those.
Wait,
So-
I have it.
I think
You have it. Okay.
looks like we're both winging it.
Did you guys get to prepare for it?
I don't.
We'll make do, man. We'll make do. The first prepared question is a rather wide one. That this is probably the craziest question I'm ever gonna come up with. So you guys have a wide arena of answers to bring from. I'm hearing myself. What the fuck?
Yeah. Even I
okay.
hear that.
Sorry, Pixie.
Is it me? I have no
Yeah,
idea.
it's you. If you guys could make one change to the state of esports or video games in Sri Lanka, what would that change be? And that answer can be as ridiculous as you'd like, right? Now think they bring a new minister seat in the Parliament of Sri Lanka, and it's Minister of Esports, right? One of you two get to sit in that seat, and you guys have a budget, and you guys can make one big change when it comes to esports or gaming in Sri Lanka. What I want to know is, what would that change be? Again, the reason why I said esports and video games is that it doesn't always have to be about tournaments and bullshit, right? You can even be, bring GameStop to Sri Lanka or something weird like that, What would you do, Pika?
So me, I am a strictly PC gaming kind of person. So if I could do something in Sri Lanka, I would give the place that we have for mobile gaming to PC gaming. I'm sorry, it's mobile. People are watching this. I would want the PC community to have the same support the mobile gamers have. The sponsorship, the tournaments, the prize pools, and also the huge community that you have for PC gamers, the community support, and also from the gamer side, I would want more PC players to participate, just like in the mobile tournaments. I would want the same thing for PC gamers. That's what I want.
Huzzah for Minister Pika! Huzzah! That was bloody epic, huh? That was bloody.
It is. She has a whole speech planned out already.
Because the reason is, I would say this mostly. I don't say outright like this, but I say it because we find so many skilled PC players that have been playing since all times, that are very skilled, that have put so much effort, so much practicing, and so much stuff. They deserve it. So, I have been trying to support the PC streamers myself. More than the stars I get, I give them, because I want to see the PC gaming community grow up. I want to do something for all the even for the females. We started something called Festa. We couldn't go far, but we are hoping to do something. But for PC community, I want to support it. I want it to grow in Sri Lanka. PC gamers deserve it. So it comes out of my heart. I would do it if I could.
No. I'm just gonna be absolutely honest. Okay, if I was in your shoes, right, like these days with the way the PC and mobile tournament structures are going, every single time I look at I'll be honest. Okay, this is my opinion. So what I say does not. I'll mention this from the get go. What I say does not account for the opinion of Pixie and Pika, right? So I'm making that clear from the get-go. Every single time I take a look at the GLK Facebook page and I see a fucking sea of mobile-related tournaments, and as I'm scrolling down on the web page, in my head I'm going, all around me are familiar faces, worn out. So that's just how it is. Pixie, it's your time to shine. Take the stage. What would Minister Pixie do?
Okay, just completely winging it at this point. I want a more range of products and stuff to make me like that is like a huge thing. Like I have this. This is very opinionated, very very personal. I have this thing for pink, right? A huge thing for pink, and it sucks that I can't get pink stuff, right? Like there's only like one product that has only pink stuff, and that's like so freaking expensive, dude.
Alright.
And like I really want like more range of products, especially okay, maybe not in terms of aesthetic also, but in terms of options, we are very limited. So yeah, getting more options here would be like one of the biggest things. And make it more
Do
make it like
you mean like game accessories and stuff like that?
yeah, game accessories. Like it's like super cool. I just love that.
I'm not gonna lie. I would rock a Razer pink cat ear headphone.
Oh my god!
I
dude,
would.
If I could get my hands on that.
Granted, I would scare quite a few people and quite a few of my relatives, but I would fucking rock it.
Like I tried to get my hands on them. I'm not gonna lie, right? I tried to get my hands on that, but it was so expensive. It was so expensive. I couldn't afford it.
Oh, trust me, I know.
So like make it like in a way that I guess that in that way the reason why Pika was saying like encouraging PC gamers like instead of mobile gamers. Mobile is like you already have it. It's like a must to have like a smartphone nowadays. So that's like a given. But then when it comes to PC gaming, you gotta like buy it. You gotta buy it separately. Like
you gotta invest.
Exactly, you gotta invest. But then when majority, if everything's like unaffordable, how can people invest in it? Yeah.
In this economy.
So yeah, you get it. So that's why I guess we can see a lot of mobile gamers right now. That's a huge thing when it comes to affording. So if I were to change something is, making game accessories and making it more approachable. Like, I also play on console. I play console as well. So like to get a PS, like to get a PlayStation gift card, I have to like find websites that are all over, but not here. I guess now recently there was a shop that started selling PlayStation cards, but it wasn't there before, right? So I had to like search the sites. I am so scared, like shit scared whether they're here to steal my money and all that.
Would you mind sharing what this shop is?
Which one?
The one
in Sri Lanka?
Yeah.
I think it's if I'm not wrong. Wait, I can't remember now. I think it's. I think so, but no, they're just selling codes. I can't remember which one. They're selling codes only, not cards. You get it.
I mean, it still works.
Yeah,
Gets the job
done.
done.
It still works. Yeah, it gets the job done. So yeah, and that was like super recently. I'm not exactly sure which one though. I'm so sorry.
That's
but
fine.
yeah, it's so yeah, like it just so it only came up like recently, and they were out of stock, even though they were there. So I had to like go online and like search for it. So like making like gamer products as a whole much more like approachable for everyone. I think that's like a key thing that I would do. That's like a thing, yeah.
That's beautiful. And just for my own personal curiosity, since I'm planning to buy a Nintendo Switch, come hello high water, do they sell Switch codes as well?
You mean in the stores that I'm buying?
Yeah, in TechRook /Game Street, yeah.
Oh no, I didn't see Switch. I have a PlayStation, so I just see the PlayStation. I could always I can always recommend the sites that I get from. I've trusted it and it works so far. I could always share that, so don't worry about it.
Alright, I hear you. Good to know that both the ministers have like our well-being in mind. I wish I can say the same about the current ministers that we have for everything else, but we'll make do. Right?
Wait. Also, PayPal.
Oh, PayPal! PayPal! Fucking hell! That's the one thing Okay. Pika, Harini. Imagine I am an artist and I can draw something beyond stick figures. Harini. Then mama katti atandi, like I'm drawing for people and they pay me and I have international clients. Pika, can you think of a way those people can pay me? How can they pay me?
That's a problem now, right now in the country.
It is a huge problem. Like, luckily,
We are bringing foreign currency to the
exactly.
You need foreign currency.
What the fuck? Right? If they established PayPal in Sri Lanka, we have so many talented artists, so many talented digital producers, all this kind of shit.
Exactly. It's like an international market. We can't touch it because, like, PayPal is like one of the biggest, like, everybody uses PayPal. I'm not gonna lie. There may be other companies, but almost everyone. Even I have a PayPal account, even though I can't use it for like, getting money. I use it to like buy stuff. Right? You can buy. You can't get money, but you can buy stuff. So we all use PayPal, even though it's not like, I can't get money.
I mean, there is a very forbidden method where you make an account of a certain region, but
exactly. But it's illegal. No, I know that. I am talking about the legal method, okay? We don't talk about that here. We shouldn't talk about that here.
අපි හින්දා IMF එකයි පොලිසියයි දැනගන්න ඕනේ.
Oh, okay. Okay, then yeah. Okay, then it exists, everyone.
Alright. Like, honestly, PayPal, the change of PayPal, I think with the IMF's involvement with the current like financial structure changes in Sri Lanka, I hope to God they actually make PayPal like a thing.
They should. They actually should. It's a huge thing. It's a huge thing. I mean, how else? It's so hard to get money. Like I actually did a commission, right? I'm not gonna. I actually did a commission. It was so hard. Okay, wait. It was so hard for me to get that commission because I had to inconvenience the client to like do a bank transfer, and they could have just like, oh, it's all right, I'll PayPal you. And then no, luckily I quickly found out, oh, okay, I could just do the legal method.
Yeah.
I got it done that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if I like, unless you have a relative overseas that collects all the payments for you and then sends it to you in one go through a bank transfer, it's impossible. That's all.
It's very hard now, and also to mention because Sri Lanka went through this like economic crisis and stuff. Like I started selling digital. I started rather selling digital products on a store called Etsy.
Oh,
I think
Etsy.
everyone has heard about Etsy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they have removed Etsy for Sri Lanka because of the economic crisis. So, like, I did try to make a store, and I'm not gonna lie, I may have taken like used the different means like to get in, use a different country and all that. And their reason for suspending my account is because Sri Lanka does not have a proper means of payment. Sri Lanka's payment means is not there. It's not good enough for them. So that's why Sri Lanka has been taken out. I mean, it's completely fair. My shop has been suspended. It's
like we're shooting ourselves in the foot over and over and over again. Each of our toes. Man, it's sad.
It's actually sad. A lot of opportunities are closed off simply because we don't have something like that. So yeah.
Why did mentioning Sri Lanka turn our mood so sad? What the fuck? We were born. What happened?
You asked that question.
Right. Okay. My bad. We shall move on to the final, but probably the most connectable question that we can ask the two of you. Okay. Now, I was planning to do this in a very magician way, where you will give 9 choices of your favorite video games. Go huzzah! Put it plaster it right in front of the screen, your 3x3 grid. But since we don't have the 3x3 grids right now, but voice crack, don't worry about it. We don't have it right now. We will display it as you guys are talking. But would you mind talking about the top 4 games in that 3x3 grid? The list of games that you sent, Sinner, would you guys mind choosing your top 4 and talking about them and why you like them? We'll start with Pixie.
Okay, so like, right now, I am a big fan of Genshin Impact. I don't know if y'all have heard it. I think y'all have heard it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that famous gacha game? It's a gacha RPG game. So I love that so much, and the story in it is so rich, and also the graphics and all of that. It's just so beautiful. But it also has sentimental value because I started playing this during COVID when there was like lockdown, right? And I swear to God, the reason why my sister and I are so close is because of that game. Like we started like talking about all these games, like these builds and stuff, right? These build stories, laws, and how do you say it? Like the game's own conspiracy theories and all that. And like me and my sister would sit down for hours on end just talking about it. We had nothing else to do. So yeah, so at that time Genshin Impact was like so that's why it's like my number 1 favorite game right now.
Before you move on from that, Husbando.
Oh my gosh, I have to choose.
Yeah, you have to choose.
I have to choose. Oh God. Stress.
Choose.
Okay, hold on. Who should I choose? Okay, right now, Tartaglia. Tartaglia. Do you play the game?
I play it from time to time. Like whenever there's like massive story updates, I re-download it and play it. I play it only for the story. I don't really do the build stuff.
Oh well, there's a massive story update right now, and you should definitely download it again then.
I probably should.
You should.
Alright, your other 3. Let's move on to those.
Oh, okay. I also have I like Dota 2. I love Dota.
Fine.
I saw the game back, I think, in 2015, like when I first saw it, and I was like, it seems like cool if I started playing this. And then I started it, and I didn't understand shit what was going on. About 3 years later, I saw some of my friends in university playing it, and they taught me, and I found it really cool. And I'm gonna tell you, I love that game because of the skins. I have spent so much of money on that game, apart from Genshin Impact, just for the skins.
How much? What would I have to do for you to switch allegiance to League of Legends?
Oh wow, okay. Not much. I Dota is like something I won't really give up, but I wouldn't mind playing League of Legends because there's just so many really cute characters in League of Legends.
After this recording, I'll send both Pixie and Pika the three cinematics. Okay, if those 3 cinematics don't make you want to play the game, if you do ever see me physically, you can slap me in the back of the head. No questions asked.
Oh wow, okay, we get to do that.
Yep. Alright. I'm that confident. Okay. Anyways, your other 2 choices, Pixie.
Okay, we get 2 more. Okay. So this is one of my first. Okay, I wouldn't say first, but yeah, kind of like my first. A PS2 game called Digimon Rumble Arena. That was. Do you know that game?
I am. I've been watching Digimon and Pokemon for a while now.
I love the game. Well, when I was a kid, I love that. If I could plug in my place, I have no idea whether we can even see the PlayStation 2 graphics now with my
You
TV.
can.
You can do that? Okay, that's cool. I don't know whether the CD is still there though. Like it could be damaged, but I would still play that. I played that with both my siblings. It was fun. We just sit for hours playing the game. So that's a sentimental value there.
As long as you own the CD, you have the right to legally emulate it.
Oh.
Because you own the game.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you the info later. Right. Moving on.
Yay. Let's go. Okay. Okay, let me see. Another game I would like. I do like. How can I say? I like Last of Us Part 1. Yeah, I really like that game.
If you said 2, I would have fought you. But keep going.
No, part 2 was unsatisfactory. I am so sad. It was so unsatisfactory. Part 1 though, it was like so like I was so freaked out. It has its own horror in it. I was screaming every time I played it, but the ending, everything was just so good. I have like it was that hype that wanted me to play 2 as well, but 2 was just not there. It wasn't there. But Last of Us 1 will always be like it's like I think one of my first horror games was Last of Us 1, and I loved the entire thing. Yeah, that is. I'll
Nice.
put it there. Yeah.
Pika, it's your turn. Your top 4, let's start with your favorite. Padangam.
So I have played so many games, like my play games. I'd say my favorite game would be CS:GO.
Alright.
So CS,
Oh wow.
yeah, I am like crazy in love with CS:GO. Since the day I started playing till now, it's my favorite game. I would always go play it, but not many players right now playing CS:GO. But still, I would love that game because it is the game that I started playing competitively first. Get into a team. I played for a team first, for a CS:GO team. So, and also practicing and what a team plays like, and having coaches, and like it's a different thing competing in the tournament. That was the first game that gave me the experience of what competitive playing is like. Also, yeah, I am an FPS player. The most FPS mechanics, shooting mechanics I got from CSGO, shooting or strafing or whatever movements. Like I would recommend anyone to play CSGO. If you want to improve in FPS games, CSGO is the place you need to go. Like any game, the mechanics you learn from CSGO is really good for any game, I can say. Like if it is an FPS game, I'm not talking about the other game. But yeah, CSGO was very important to me for my gaming competitive life. So that is my favorite game. It's very fun. Also, when you're playing with friends, very fun.
Now, actually, there's some truth to that, Like before CS 1.6 and all that stuff,
Yeah.
Mulinti Quake wage everybody's running at each other, killing each other, good. And then CS did the a team versus a team. It was Overwatch 5 versus 5. So they started this team based like shooting thingy and it kicked off. So CS is like, in a way, a grandfather when it comes to team based FPS. So yeah, you're right. Exactly on point.
It is like if those CS players, they'd be the people in the top level in Valorant, even Apex. Also, we see all CS:GO players freaking fragging good. Like they have the good foundation,
I'm not gonna lie, but CS:GO is actually the first competitive game I played too. I played it too. It's the first game I ever played in a team. Yeah.
I love the fact that you said freaking fragging. So
like a global elite player in CS:GO is much bigger than a Radiant player, I would say, because I have played with Radiant players, I've played with global elite players. Oh my god, there's such a difference. I don't know.
I've seen plenty of them, so I know. You don't have to say anything. God. Alright, what's your second pick, Pika? Pick Pika.
Second pick, I'd go with Valorant because right now I'm very close to Valorant. I have so many friends in the Valorant community, in streaming also. It is my main game. Everybody wants me to play Valorant. Valorant. Even whatever game I play, they always want Valorant gun. Valorant gun. Valorant. Like most of my friends I found in Valorant, and the most tournaments I started playing in Valorant. Valorant is like a main point in my life. Valorant. I love Valorant. I play Valorant every day. It's so fun. Not fun sometimes. Like it's so competitive, but like it's very important to me in my gaming life because I have gained a lot in Valorant. So yeah, My second thing, I guess everybody plays Valorant, even like no matter what game you don't play, everybody plays Valorant. If
It
you
has come
want-
to that, yeah. Everyone plays
yeah,
Valorant,
it's
yeah.
the basic game right now. Like if everybody want to play it, Valorant.
Yeah.
If there are so many players,
That is
it's
true.
Valorant.
You walk into a random room, say hi, Valorant gana kavara tinnada. 6 out of 10 people. 6 out of 10 people just do this.
Yeah. Yeah. The second best game for me.
Alright, what's your third choice?
Third, I call Paladins. Most people don't play Paladins. In Sri Lanka, we don't have many number of players.
It's been a while.
Might be an Overwatch player, but
Ah.
I haven't played
I
Overwatch. I
haven't heard that
would
in a
love
while.
Yeah. So in my circle, we have we call paladins the poor man's Overwatch.
Yeah. Yeah,
I've heard that too.
I would accept that fact. Yes. I wanted to play Overwatch, but I couldn't buy it. Like, honestly, I couldn't buy it those days. And
Yeah.
I found some friends in Paladins, and I started playing it. It is a game that just flows. You know,
Hmm.
you can play that game doing other stuff. So that was like a period in my life. I was kind of sad, and I was freaking broken.
Alright.
Then I was sad. If I'm sad, if I'm depressed, I would go play it. I'm fucking crying. I'm playing that game.
It's your deterrent.
You?
Oh wow.
Play the sadness away. Fuck the sadness.
Yes. You mean other games? You know, you have to focus on the sounds and all that. I used to play video games, but in those games you have to focus. You have to think. Like, that guy's this ability remaining. What abilities I have, and no, like in Paladins, you can put the music out loud and you can play the game. Anyways, like I have so many hours in Paladins playing like that, playing sad. But I play a lot. I keep on playing. Never get fed up. I just keep on playing, and I have.
They should
That.
they should make the tagline of paladins. Paladins, come here to play your feelings away. No, I get that.
I know, right?
I do get that because that was Overwatch for me for a while. Like I played Pro Overwatch for a bit, not as much as other people, but yeah, exact same thing. I played my sadness away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny, but yeah, it was happening to me. Like, I kept on playing for hours non-stop. I wouldn't just go from my chair. Yeah, your games can help you sometimes. Not sometimes. It can help you.
Most of the
in
time.
an emotional
And it
level.
can, yeah.
And
You make bonds. You also make bonds that don't break, right? When you're friends, yeah.
It's the friends you make along the way that make the
Yeah.
tale. Alright, Pika.
Paladins, like,
Yeah,
very
Paladin is
small.
a big
I
part
think
of
so.
your story. I played Paladins for a bit. It's an interesting experience, but there's a reason why they call it Poor Man's Overwatch. Okay, Pika, I had to tell you, Overwatch 2 is releasing on October 4th, if I remember correctly.
I am very interested. I am gonna come play.
And it's free.
Free.
So
Oh. What? Okay.
I'm gonna be getting into it to relive my old
Everybody's
gloriness.
gonna switch. Like even my Paladins friends, they are already waiting for it. So
Yes!
I think the end of the Paladins. I think.
Let's
they
go.
have to
Let's go.
end it.
I hope to God I meet you guys in some random queue one day and I just have like a
Oh my
moment.
god, you're gonna erase us.
Let's see.
Uh,
Hopefully the same team then. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, we'll see. Alright, what's your final pick, Pika? Pick Pika.
I'd go with COD 4, Call of Duty 4.
Alright.
It was
oh, yeah.
it was the main game those days. You
Those
know,
days.
It was,
everybody
it
played.
was.
Just like Valorant right now, everybody played Call of Duty 4. The main reason is it's the first multiplayer game I played. Even though we had computers, my parents didn't give us internet connection. They know all the precautions my father.
Yeah,
So
we
we
all know
didn't
that.
use the internet.
Yeah.
So with mobile data, I can't remember how I did it. Mobile
Mobile
data.
data.
Right.
Oh, mobile data
I
gaming.
didn't have any way to play, so what I did was like that. I started playing COD 4 on my own. That was the first multiplayer game I played. I
Yeah.
played single player games like for so many years. It was 2011, I think I started playing COD 4. So those days, as I said, I was very scared of the community. I didn't see any female players, and always I put male kind of names. Like I didn't have a proper name. Even I would change, put this and that. Like I would.
Yeah.
I loved playing the game. The
Yeah.
minis, like, I loved.
Player totally a man. That's a cute.
Yeah. My brother played. Even in the university, everybody played. Like it's like the common game, you know.
Ah.
With COD 4, I have so many memories. And
Yeah. Like that.
everybody played.
That was the LAN like gold mine, right? Those days, LAN tournaments was such a big thing. Let me just show you guys something I found on the internet. This is apparently a LAN tournament. The record is gonna fuck up for a bit, but I have to share. This is very important. Check the text channel. That I just put something in the text channel. Okay, Unfiltered podcast text channel. Look at that
Oh my
picture.
God.
That's at a LAN tournament.
Oh wow! What
What
is
is
it?
even doing?
They ran out of chairs, so they just fucking did that. I
Oh
guess.
my god.
Oh wow! Oh gosh!
So many participants, I guess, even in Sri Lanka for COD 4 tournaments, those days, like the amount of participants, I don't think you no
yeah.
other game
Yeah,
experience.
I put
that,
another one. There's like a bunch of pictures. You take the time to like look at weird land moments on Google. You'll find all kinds of bizarre shit. So yeah, एक हाल है टी अभी like even when we went to tuition classes, right? Like right after class, we went to a cafe, fought random people, words flying everywhere. If words could hurt, we would be dead. It's fucking scary, but we had so much fun. But yeah, that was the time. You know. I can't believe it's exactly 1 hour and 30 minutes, and we've reached the fucking conclusion. What the fuck?
Wow, that was quick.
I was
quick.
on point. Akila can't scold me this time. On fucking point. Okay, we're gonna take a couple of minutes to probably give this a departure. You two have been lovely. Thank you very much for actually coming to this, because again, it's always nice to have interesting personalities like y'all to actually share your opinions, be very open, be very friendly, and I've loved every single bit of this in little podcast of ours. So I hope you guys had a good time as well. Please, hope
We
to
did,
God.
yes.
Yes,
yes, we did.
Talking about just that.
Yeah, these are like thoughts that also had to be voiced out. I guess it was a good. It's a good thing. Yeah.
I hope you two actually do become like ministers of gaming or something by the way. You can have like really nice.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, we would really help. We really. Take notes, everyone.
Hey, regardless, this has been amazing. Again, thank you both of you, and I want to thank the communities that both of you to have as well, because like you said, it caught on to me, like it dawned on me primarily, like the reason why you guys you guys have to go through your own trials and tribulations, but the reason why it's so handleable and manageable is because the right kind of people support you, and the fact that the Sri Lankan view-based community is at that point, I am really appreciative, and I'm like, I have to thank them as well, just as much as I want to thank you two as well. And Game Change is a very small thing, so the fact that you guys have come here to show your lovely faces and do what you do, it's been great. So thank you. These opinions are gonna be very helpful for certain people, and as per our podcast motto, this has been a discussion with no fucks given in the first place, right? So without further ado, let us take the time to say one final goodbye to everybody. This is preschool style, okay? So in 3, 2, 1, bye! Bye bye! Bye!
thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Do whatever the fuck the platform that this is gonna go up in allows you to do. Bye.
Bye.